So I think the immigration issue and race, these are things that are kind of perpetual issues in the American political process and in elections. You can really see it going back in the several recent election cycles, but really going back decades, where immigration and especially the idea of immigration reform, these are simply ongoing political footballs that we pick up periodically, and then a lot of times after elections are over, we'll see the debate over immigration and immigration reform kind of die back down. I think one of the things that's interesting of the past couple of years is, in some ways, that debate hasn't died back down. Instead of it's kind of picked up some ferocity, especially after Donald Trump's statements of needing to build a wall and other things that were basically out and out racist about Mexican origin people, and how we need to respond to them. These are concepts, these are ideas: stronger borders, stronger immigration laws, stiffer penalties. These are things that, again, have been talked about for a long time, but they seem to have taken on a new urgency or a new tenor in the past couple of years. I think also people have a real misconception of what actual immigration reform laws and what reform itself would actually look like. Immigration law today is incredibly complex, and a lot of times the ideas that people have are pretty simple, and they don't really understand or try to get into that complexity. Even the whole build the wall thing is incredibly complex, because we're talking about something that's a billions-dollar investment. Mexico is not going to pay for it. There are parts of the U.S.-Mexico border that are held by indigenous communities who are either unwilling or are going to have to be forced to give up part of their land to do this immigration reform. It doesn't really do anything about, for example, what you do with waterways or even the ocean. There's just a lot of ins and outs to it that I think chanting "build the wall" doesn't quite get at. So immigration and race in particular, especially as it pertains to Latino people, I think it's going to be a continuing focus of the election, and hopefully here in Iowa it won't be too terribly ugly.